give an example of how that
I
would
could see
happen.
Dorling Kindersley buying this. I absolutely
Yeah.
could. I mean, I can
Yeah.
see them bring it out. We're running close to the
Just a
end
couple
now.
of things, really briefly. Towards the end, it started to get like a product design brief.
Yeah.
And they were like, the last 30 pages should have been an appendix or a separate document. And it never, I'm not a great advocate for saying, oh, this is a fantastic technology that works using satellite and HTTP and all those jargonistic three-letter acronyms, but it never said how it would work. I guessed it would be Flash on web, I guess.
Well,
in which case, as a mobile stance, I just went, well, this is not for me.
Yes, I mean, I definitely felt that I was reading Locke and I wasn't quite sure whether, what platform this was supposed to be on.
Yeah, if I just add onto that, appendices are fantastic. Having something really short that answers all the fundamental questions that you need answered, and then allowing you to dip in further, but not requiring you to go through the entire thing to get to the basic bits, I think is a fantastic way to do it. The other thing that I would say is, and this can be done just as a kind of side, but what could have also been great about this is I thought of so many different applications of this in things that could be targeted to different demographics. So even just saying this is the product or this is the kind of concept, but these are other potential ways that you can develop this platform, this product, this service beyond this particular demographic or this particular product. So I think it goes into what Matt was saying, the before, during, after. Part of the after isn't just about that particular product, but it's also about how you could potentially evolve that product or that format into something that is much more sustainable on an ongoing basis.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just do a sort of 30 seconds each on what is the one thing if you think back all the pitches that you've had and all the various conversations you've had and so on. If they could all do one thing better, what would it be? I'll start off by saying that it's clarity. For me, it's that sort of notion of if you're trying to get your idea across. I wouldn't have if this had landed on my desk, I would have filed it under a bit difficult. I don't quite get it. And what I'd have got out of it were two things. One was that this is someone who is, as Matt was saying, over-pitching, but also someone who doesn't quite understand their idea clearly enough to communicate it to me. And so that clarity, that my first journalist teacher said the first sentence should always be 25 words and no more, and it should say everything you need to know. And I think that should absolutely be right at the top. It would be clarity, clarity, clarity for me.
Yeah, and I'd say what within the pitch or any of these pitches, what will it help me to do in terms of really creating something much more distinctive? So am I getting the same pitch that MySpace, Facebook, Pixo, all these other social networking sites would get? If so, sometimes that's okay because there are a lot of good ones going around. But if there's something in it that is really going to separate me from my competitors because it is so unique, I really need that drawn to the very, very top. If this is going to be, the next amazing project, and it's going to be the next amazing project for these reasons, and I'm going to be different than my competitors because I'm doing this, then I need to know that. And if I'm not, and it's just a great pitch, that's okay too. But if it is something that's really going to separate, my business or target my audience in such a way that separates us from the pack even more, then that's absolutely straight away something I want to look at.
John?
I'll cite a product that I launched for Orange called Fire Player. It went on to win a Digital Music Awards, pitched against iTunes actually in 2004. The company sent me a prototype. It worked from day one. I had nothing to spend to actually evolve that. We did spend a lot of time orangifying it. And we went on to get about 10 to 15 million pounds worth of great advertising from it. We opened at Glastonbury with 2 DJs using handsets instead of desks. Fabulous way to pitch to me. However, I did get it, if you follow what I mean. It also plugged into the fact that it allowed people to interact with the phone and allowed us to tell a bigger story, which is Orange is about being creative and music and selling ringtones, because it actually was a tool to sell ringtones in the end. But it was so hidden was that people just enjoyed it and they would play with it as a game. It filled lots of boxes straight away.
I'd probably hark back to something Angel said in her speech, where she said she wished she studied psychology. So I actually think one of the darkest arts in pitching is realising you're always pitching to a human and not to a business. No matter what the brief is, no matter what the clients say they are, you've always got to convince one person that they need to take that project on and sell it internally in the business. And that person's probably stressed, might hate their job, might love their job, might hate their boss, might love their boss, might need to, get 2 or 3 products that are going to make them get the promotion they need, whatever. But just spend a little bit of time to find out who they are and what they want, because that's not in the brief. There's never a section in the brief saying, I am Matt Locke and this is what I'm looking for. This is my career profile. So, Google them, stalk them a bit.
Look up the commissioners on
find
MySpace.
them on LinkedIn and MySpace, and don't put that in your pitch because that will really freak them out. But do actually realise that you're always pitching to a human, and that a lot of their decision making is not going to be on the fact that you've ticked every single box on the brief, but that somehow they kind of, you're giving them something that they really, really need in their life, which is not absolutely going to be explicit. So you're always pitching to a human.
Final comment on that is the person that you finally won over, following Matt's advice, will probably relocate to a new job or position in the company inside 18 months. You have a window and you must focus on it.
That's absolutely the mobile world. So the 4 things that you take away then are awareness of the competitive business environment and the world that they're living, clarity, please, a prototype storyboard, just show them what it's going to be, and relationships is the most important thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.